Streetbeefs, face here. I gotta go over just a couple more things about this last event. I do read some comments still. I don't read them as much as I used to because, as you get bigger, you lose a lot of that close fan base that is really there because they love you. And instead you attract people who are strictly there to watch a fight and don't give a shit what the fight's about, the context, the club, nothing. So, it turned me off to reading and replying to the comments. Especially if we get a lot of comments, so it's hard for me to keep up with them now. I want to address several things about several fights from this weekend. I already addressed the ones about my fight and about Iraqi assassins, but specifically, I want to talk about Andrew Hartley and the Charlie Z. I kept referring to Charlie Z as Charlie Zimmerman. I got that wrong. It's Charlie Zelenoff. Andrew Hartley fought Charlie Zelenoff in a pro boxing match. So to those of you who are so very upset that I got the name wrong, my sincerest apologies. Now, I read one comment that infuriated me because I don't give a shit what you say in my direction, but when you start talking like we mistreat our fighters, anybody who's ever fought with us will tell you that's bullshit. Somebody said that we took advantage of Andrew Hartley. He rode all the way up on a bus, was given a cheeseburger, and pushed into the ring. Here's the thing. Andrew Hartley, who I happen to like, begged to come fight for Streetbeefs, but he didn't have the money. We paid for his transportation to come up, okay? And it wasn't one of those things where, hey, you talk shit, we're going to pay for you to get it. No, we wanted him to come up. He seemed like a good guy. He wanted to come up and be a part of Streetbeefs. And I wasn't even involved in that. He was dealing with Wild Whitey and the other guys from Richmond, and they helped him to get up as well. They picked him up at the bus station, etc. Now, for the most important thing, people said, well, he was KO'd in his first fight, and then they threw him back in. We didn't throw shit back in, okay? I'm going to tell y'all some things. Marquise Pierce was supposed to fight Mighty Mouse on this card. He was sparring the night before. They were drinking down in Richmond, him, Wild Whitey, and a bunch of other guys, and they were sparring, and Marquise got hurt severely in the sparring match. And I didn't want to let him fight. He comes to the fight, and he's gloved up, and I find out about him sparring the night before and getting rocked, and I said, He said, Face, please, I traveled all the way down here. Please don't send me back without fighting. Then I got Hartley sitting over here who'd just been KO'd, who also was like, man, I don't want to go out like that. Please, please, please let me get back in and fight one more time. Okay? It's a tough situation when these people travel all this distance because they love what you do, they love your fight club, and they put on a bad performance and they're like, damn, I don't want to travel, dozens of hours back home on that note. And as far as Little Beast goes, I didn't want to let him in the ring, period, because he got rocked severely the night before in his sparring match. And him, Mouse, and several other people basically cornered me and was like, look, dude, give him a chance. If he gets hurt one time, so on and so forth. With Hartley, if you didn't see this, but he got knocked down the first time, and I told the ref, I said, one more time and he's done. I don't care. If he even stumbles, he's done. And the fight was stopped the second time he was knocked down. So, yeah, I really don't want to hear it. Hartley's been KO'd in a lot of boxing matches anyways, and was treated a lot less professionally in those matches than he was in Streetbeefs. Trying to think if there's any other fights I want to address. those are the important ones. Little Beast and Hartley. The rest I've already spoke on. But yeah, I'm just telling you that a lot of guys make trips from other states. And it puts me in a tough predicament because listen, let me tell y'all something. I don't need to throw anybody in the ring. These guys beg to fight, okay? It's actually, when the guys that actually show up, they show up because they want to fight. It's just like the video with Pinky that I posted. Pinky wasn't leaving without a fight. He wanted to fight. So for any of you dumbass conspiracy, and that's what you are, if you're painting conspiracy pictures about Street Beefs and me and, I'm sitting here like an evil genius throwing people in the ring, you're a fucking retard. You really are. You're clueless. You don't know nothing. Because it's so far from what the truth is. The truth is, I have to tell a lot of these guys that they can't fight 2 and 3 times. And they try to push me to let them. The truth is, I've had guys that have been knocked out cold that have tried to force me to let them fight again. The truth is, the other day, letting Hartley back in the ring and letting Little Beast back in the ring 24 hours after he was hurt in a sparring match was the first time I've ever done that. And it'll be the last because I was so uncomfortable with it. I felt obligated because they had traveled from so far away, and I felt like with Little Beast, if I didn't at least let him get in and fight Hartley, he was going to leave empty-handed. And Hartley begged to get back in because he didn't want to leave on the note he did. But he left on a worse note, but still. So if you're one of the conspiracy theorists out there talking about us like we're evil and just throwing fighters, you're fucking retarded. Come to one of our events and you'll see how we treat our fighters. There's a reason we have the following we have. Join our Facebook group. There's a reason so many people love us, because we treat people fairly. You dumbasses wouldn't know that because you spend your life on YouTube running your mouth. So that's it. New fights on Saturday. Stay tuned. Peace.